Hi, I'm Michelle Samakis with the GIE Media Horticulture Group, and we're here on day 4 of the California Spring Trials at Cicada Seed America in Salinas, California. And I'm sitting with Mark Saya, who's the Global Marketing Manager for Cuttings for Cicada. Mark, thank you for taking some time to be with us today.
Great to have you here, Michelle.
And we are sitting in front of SuperCals, which were introduced about 8 years ago. There's about 12 colors available and some new things happening. So can you tell us a little bit about what's new with SuperCal?
You bet. I'm very excited about the new additions that we have for SuperCal and what is up and coming. A lot of your followers are probably aware that SuperCal is a very unique intergeneric hybrid. It's part Petunia, part Calibrachoa. Well, what does that mean? Well, for one, it's a very difficult breeding program, but for your viewers, they have unsurpassed garden performance. Of course, petunias are very frost tolerant and do well in cool temperatures, but these have exceptional heat tolerance. We've seen in trials throughout the South, the Southeast, how strongly these continue to bloom through the summer when other traditional petunias really start to stress and look tired. These still look fresh and continue to bloom. But perhaps more importantly is how well they hold up to wet, rainy conditions. The flowers will actually even stay open during light rain. And then there's really the mildew tolerance is exceptional. Where other petunias will get powdery mildew, we've never seen it on SuperCal. So that's a very strong attribute for consumers.
And what new colors do you have available? I understand there's some new releases for 2016.
Yes, we have them right here. The two new SuperCals for 2016 are SuperCal Pink and SuperCal Light Yellow. And these really represent what I consider the next generation. As I say, it's a difficult breeding program, but the advancements we've seen over the last couple of years are really outstanding. We recognize that garden performance is a home run. The challenge historically, though, has been really not very grower friendly. And I look at that, and that's very similar to Sun Patience, the way Sun Patience started out. Spectacular garden performance, a little bit of a challenge as far as grower friendliness. These represent, I think, a real step forward. They're very early to bloom. They have a naturally mounding habit, and so they can be treated just like a typical vigorous petunia.
Okay, so because they're a Petunia Calibrachoa hybrid, though, anything different about growing petunias that growers should know about, or?
A very good question. Because we have, you mentioned, over 12 colors, they're not all the same when it comes to flower timing and habit, and so variety selection is really critical. Typically, people will also look at a catalog, often look at a catalog and look at the colors that they want to put in their assortment. But when it comes to SuperCal, variety selection is so critical. We want to pay attention to flower response time and their habit. I have an example here. We've seen in the baskets Salmon Glow makes a gorgeous basket. But it's the type of thing that it tends to be a little longer for flower production. So you can see example here, this is a Salmon Glow. It needs more like 12 hours to really initiate flowering, where the new light yellow and the pink really 10 hours or less. And so variety selection, depending upon the container and the targeted finish time, is critical.
And how are they performing at retail? What are consumers saying?
The retail segment is really in love with these. It's really, they've seen how they perform in the trial gardens. They know their consumers are going to be very happy with the product. We need to really focus on getting this type of quality and uniformity on the retail shelf, and these two varieties are what's really going to help with that.
Well, great. Well, thank you for telling us more about SuperCals and what's new.
Great. Thank you.
And for more videos from the California Spring Trials, please visit our websites.